Okay, so here we are in Denmark, near Copenhagen, and I'm here with two really great guys. This is David, a really good friend of mine, and please present yourself and tell the younger hunters community in the world who you are and where we are also.
My name is Mark, and right now we are at a shooting range outside Copenhagen. We've been training a little bit with aim point for our shotguns, and we are here together, David and I, because we together with a third guy do a podcast called, well, in English it would be Hunting Radio.
Hunting Radio.
Yeah, Jagtradio in Danish. Yeah. And my day job is being a TV presenter, and I was talking to you about that not being at all possible in Spain.
No.
That surprises me.
Yes. I mean, our way of portraying hunting right now, it doesn't have anything to do with what you guys have it. You can find game meat in the supermarkets, you can have game meat in restaurants. It's just super easy to find and super natural to talk about it. For us, it's completely the opposite. It's used as a weapon to demonize and also to drive away the general opinion and the general public opinion over, other important stuff. So what do you feel about it?
That would be terrible for me, because that would mean that if I had this job in Spain, I wouldn't be able to go hunt. So I should choose. Would I like to go hunting, or would I like to do the job of being a TV personality? Yeah. In Denmark, I can do both. In Spain, you're like 40 million people?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah? And how many hunters?
400,000 more or less.
Yeah, and in Denmark we're
about 6 million people, and we are 178,000 active hunters.
Yeah.
So there are also people who took the hunting course, but who didn't pay for it. So it's 178,000 who pays for the license every year. And I think that's one of the reasons why we have such a good connection with the rest of the Danes, is that it's not a foreign concept. It's not different. We're not outside of society. We're a part of society.
And I think also one of the things is that we have a very strict weapon law in Denmark. The only way you can own a weapon in Denmark is by being a hunter or being in a shooting club.
In Spain, we have similar laws like that, but the thing is that apart from that, everything is completely different. For instance, we are not allowed to use silencers ever. It's never been legal. When a country like this and hunters like you guys know absolutely that it makes sense, both for nature, both for society in general, both for safety reasons and ear protection. I mean, you're not getting deaf. The people around do not get freaked out because they're starting, to hear shots. Nature and game do not also go running away and leave the hunting grounds. And it just makes sense, and we do not have it. The fact is that they do not even allow us to open conversations about it. What do you believe you guys have done properly or correct to be able to be in this situation and compared to us?
Yeah, I think two things. Firstly, the history is different. So our history is also that back in the day, hunting were for the privileged and for the rich people.
So the trick that you need to do in order to use the aimpoint S2 in the right way is you have to believe it. You have to understand that it's not a magical thing. It will do what you tell it to do. So the red dot needs to be on the target and the exact spot where you want to hit, and then it works. But you need to get your brain to understand that the red dot needs to be on the target, or else it doesn't work. But if you do that, then you can start analyzing, saying, okay, where was I? I keep being too much on the left, or I'm too much on the right. Whenever I'm on target, I hit. So the aimpoint will also help you finding out, why do I keep missing? Why do I keep shooting in the wrong spot? And then repeat the positive pattern, saying, red dot needs to be on target, dead. So it's not a magic tool, but it's an awesome tool, and it's a great way to teach people where do they actually point with their gun.
Here, if you have 1 hectare ground and you have game, you're allowed to hunt. Back in Spain, you need to be over 500 hectares up to a limit to 1,000 hectares.
Okay, that's a lot.
So there are exceptions, obviously, but they need to be really, really studied. You're not allowed to suddenly, go hunting if you have game. And there are community hunting grounds. So even though the hunting laws apply to certain amounts of land, Spain has a lot of public land. Over 83% of Spanish territory is nature.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the amount of game, the amount
there
of
must be a lot.
Yes.
We're getting very motivated, so to speak, to hunt.
Yeah, I mean, I will be so happy to have these guys over there.
Oh, that would be very nice. I also think another thing is that Danish hunters are very good at going into dialogue with the local communities about the hunt. And there's very strict laws how close to other people's buildings and houses you're allowed to hunt, and everybody respects that. And there's a high level of what do you call that, safety awareness maybe among the Danish hunters. We learn a lot about handling weapons safely, pointing them in the right direction, and we have almost none accidents in Denmark. It's very few.
There's so many fantasies about what hunting is, both good and bad, and we need to address it with just the truth.
And that's also how we do our podcast. We are always very honest about what we do. We make mistakes as well. Everybody makes mistakes. We take shitty shots once in a while. And we are not perfect. And as long as we are honest and open about that and do what we can to get better, that's why we're here today.
Maybe we should take more time or effort in educating people, because often people would say, hunters would say, okay, I literally do not care about their opinion, but the thing is that people have a voice and people affect society.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that they properly understand. Also, I think that something very positive is that you guys properly communicate that hunting community is a friendly and open community.
Yeah.
It's not a closed community, and you would help and would open your hands to other hunters around the world and other communities, and I think that's really great. Main problems that we have in Spain, it's also how we communicate stuff and how people are allowed to talk about this. In Spain, usually people say cazadores, hunters, and poachers. Instead of saying furtivo, it would be the proper way. They say cazador furtivo. It's like they were defining hunter-poacher or a poacher-hunter, when these are completely opposite concepts. And people do not realize about that, and they join us together in the same bag, and it doesn't make any sense.
I think poaching in Denmark is like, I've never heard about it. A few stories, but I don't know how big a problem it is.
As a conclusion of this conversation, I would say that it is very enriching to be able to share these different views and make sure that you guys from another country know what's happening in ours, and let us, as a country that needs to do a lot of work, to see a path. Because I mean, if you feel alone and you do not know how other people are living their life as hunters and as a community, we are a little bit lost of words, of examples, and of leading countries on these kind of movements. So me personally, I absolutely wanted to thank you guys for having this opportunity of openly speaking about your passion. Having this kind of jobs, because it's still very crazy for you to be a public figure and be so calmly and openly talking about your hobbies.
It's not at all difficult. Can I just tell you guys that everybody is, that's what we should believe, are good, loving people. Hunters, they're just good, loving people that own a gun and love the nature. So there it is.
Thank you very much, guys, for speaking up and allowing us to have this conversation.
You are always welcome, and if anyone wants to hit us up, we're on Instagram, Jagtradio, unpronounceable Danish word. On Instagram, you're always welcome to give us a shout or write us if you have any questions, if you want some inspiration, and let's help each other out.
And let's hope the next time we see these guys, it's in Spain, in a Monteria.
Oh, that would be nice.
Please.
Thank you.